Hi, welcome everyone. In the previous part of this video series, we discussed the power of designing your growth both in our career and personal lives with Arpit. In this part, Arpit will be sharing examples of how DYG or designing your growth has helped his team and the role of prototyping in designing individual growth journeys. Arpit, this seems to have helped you a lot based on what you have said already. Your personal life as well as your career. How do you think the individualized growth plan has helped your team? Have you seen instances where you have helped them map their growth plan and it has actually helped them?
Oh yes, absolutely. So I've been doing this activity with my team for last like 7 8 years, and I have seen the growth of so many people. One of the things I would like to mention is, at least, like, in my team there are about at least 10 people who have been working with me for more than 5 years, and at least I would say 5 people who've been working with me for more than 8 years. So, and the reason for that is we have seen our growth together, right? If anybody is not feeling that sense of growth, they would not stick around for so long, right? The market is extremely competitive. Everybody has a ton of opportunities, and but the reason why we all want to stick together, because we see that growth together, right? So I've had people in my team who started as software engineers, and just fresh out of college, or just maybe 1 or 2 years of experience, and now they are leading a big team of 20 people, and they are managing multiple large client programs. And this growth is not by fluke. This growth was designed. And now a lot of the people in my team are coaches, and they are helping others who have joined us design their growth as well. And I think there is a lot of enjoyment when we all grow together. We all are able to meet our dreams and reach our goals and meet our aspirations, and I think that is what this program is all about.
For design your growth, there is this concept of prototyping your path, where you figure out 2 to 3 possible things that you want to do in life in the next 3 years. And to achieve those 2 or 3 things, you might say that you haven't tried something and you want to try it for a short period of time to see whether you actually want to continue on that path for the entire 3 years or the rest of your life. Have you done any kind of prototyping yourself? One. And two, have you helped any of your team members to prototype their own growth?
Yeah, that's an excellent question. So the two things I would like to mention, right? So one is, yes, extremely important to make sure you know what all are your options, and you can prototype, and you can then decide based on that. And we have done that before. We've had people who say, yeah, I think I want to be, or I want to be here, and I want to be this, but I don't really know what that means, right? So then we don't force anybody to, no, 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 you need to decide now and build your goals. We, sit down with the people, try to explain what that means, or give them enough time so that they can experiment with it and decide whether this is where they really want to be, where they'll shine, what they enjoy, and then go back to their growth plan based on that. And that has happened a lot. The other thing I would like to mention is, if you set your 3 to 5 year goals, that is not set in stone, right? You can come back to it every few quarters, because now you are wiser by 2 quarters. Let's say you are revising it every 2 quarters. So you've learned a lot in the next 2 quarters. You're much wiser, you know the world a lot more. And based on that, you might say, you know what, my 3 to 5 year goals were really not that ambitious. I can do a lot more based on what I know. Maybe I can go a lot much farther. Maybe I can switch directions. Maybe there is this new opportunity which will be there for the long term. Again, don't look at immediate opportunities for immediate success. This is for the long term success of your own self. So but you might learn more about the world which you might not know before. Or you might even say, my goals are extremely unrealistic because I talked to a lot of people who are 5 or 6 or 10 years ahead of me, and based on their path, I think I need to change a few things. Even that is an extremely practical point of view that a lot of people bring once they learn more about the world. And the other thing is, the goals or your own OKRs or your own aspirations are your own. They are not for your coach, they are not for your company, they are for you. So obviously you need to figure out what that means for you, what that success means to you, what that goal means to you. So sometimes you have to prototype, sometimes you have to decide, and you can sit down with your coach and say, you know what, I think I need to be, let's say for example, somebody might come to me and say, you know what, in the team we are doing a lot of data work, we are doing data engineering, we are doing data science, we are also doing some application development for data projects. So I want to try a few things out before I decide where I want to go. I know I love being in the data space, but I want to specialize in one, but I don't know which one. So if that is the case, we can take the first 3 months, experiment with a few projects, have provide that person with the opportunity to play around with a few things, be hands on in a few projects where a combination of that is happening. And then based on that, sit down and decide where is it that you want to be. And maybe it's a hybrid role, maybe it's something that he or she starts enjoying more than the other, and then that clarity will come, and based on that we can decide.
Awesome. Yeah. So this was really enlightening, and I hope people watch this and then they start writing their own growth stories. Thank you. Thank you so much, Arpit.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you so much, Swaroop, for having me. I'm really passionate about this subject, so sometimes I keep on going. But I'm glad, I'll be very glad if this helps even a single person. That will be time well spent.
Likewise. Thank you.